and thanks for joining us for another episode of Pink Coconut Television. If this is your first time checking us out, welcome to the show. Let me break it down for you. Pink Coconut Television is all about our stories of being Pacific urban. So no matter who you are or where you're from, this show's all about you, it's all about me, it's all about us. Now tonight we meet an MMA fighter, a boxer, a model and an entrepreneur. And I'm only talking about one of our guests. Carlos Ulberg, will meet him later on in the show. Joining me on the desk is hip-hop artist K1, who I'm sure is a model in his own right as well. And also our very own superstars, Sana and Kat. Hey guys, thanks for joining me at the desk.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's start with K1. This is like a music video, isn't it?
It is kind
center
of.
stage, flanked by beautiful women. And then the odd guy in the music video, what the hell is he doing? Yeah. Now, we know you as a performer, but we want to know the artist. So the best way to start off, I guess, is getting to know what is your cultural makeup, and have you ever been mistaken for something else?
Yeah, so my mum is Kiwi and my dad is Tagaloan, and I actually get mistaken for Asian all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You look Asian.
Because of the eyes,
Yeah.
the chingy eyes.
There's a lot of money in K-pop. Have you ever?
Yeah, there's actually one of the biggest Korean K-pop bands is called K1, so
That's true,
I lucked out on that one.
How can we?
I get a lot of their fans on my Facebook
Really?
sending me messages and stuff that they shouldn't be sending me. So
Ooh.
We've had a lot of actors on the show, and it's got me thinking. I'm always thinking about films. I've got this idea for a great film. It's kind of like Rocky Balboa, you know, a kid who has a dream and he fights for it. It's pretty much your story, actually. And I want to find out, you know, every great movie has a great start. So let's start from the very beginning. Where did you grow up and what was family life like?
So I am from Masterton, tiny town down by Wellington, and born, raised, resided there for 25 years. Grew up, raised with my mum, my brothers and sisters there. So.
Is hip hop quite big in Masterton?
No, hip hop's like it's non-existent. So, which made it even harder to do what I wanted to do because it was just there was nothing around.
The name K1, because this is a great story. It's from your days working in the forestry industry.
Yeah, it gets mistaken a lot. A lot of people think it's to do with K1 fighting. So, I get approached a lot when I'm on the road.
What, people trying to staunch you out?
Yeah, people saying, you know, you got to live up to your name, but it's nothing to do with that. It was out in the forest. We had to label our trees that we did because you were paid on a tree basis. It wasn't an hourly rate or anything, so you always had to prove how many trees you'd done that day. So you'd either chalk on it or spray paint the number of that tree that day and your initial. And so my name is Kaleb with a K, so it was always K and it. So you'd drive along the roadside and wherever I started had K1 everywhere. So and it just turned into a nickname. All the boys used to call me and it kind of stuck.
So was it just the trees that you labelled K1? Are there a few houses and walls and masses? Oh, K1.
That's a whole nother
K1.
story.
Now, so you're working in the forest and you're sending out your demos to different labels, and then what happens?
Nothing. Nah, to tell the truth, I shopped my demo, to everyone I could. So I was going on every website of every label and trying to find a contact and then ship it to them. And Bebo, I was just annoying the hell out of every artist, like, you know, the young Sids and that just, oh, can you listen to this? Can you please listen to this? Which these days, you know, it's buzzy because the tables have turned and now that happens to me. The inbox is always full of underground artists. So I always make sure that I listen and send the message back, even if, you know, and give them some feedback because I was in that place.
Because you know what it's like, eh? You've been in there.
And you do catch feelings when they don't reply, or you can see that they've seen it, and you don't get a reply. So that's basically how it happened. And then I think a week after I sent out my demo, I got an email first from Illegal Music saying that they were interested and blah blah, which I had to read about 100 times to make sure, and I was like, nah, this isn't for real. So that's where it started off from. That's not, you know, that wasn't bang, didn't all just happen like that, but that was the first sort of contact with someone that could do something for me.
I'm just picturing you're out in the forest And then at night time you're going checking your emails to see if there's any replies, any responses.
Yeah. The thing, there was no internet or anything because I was in a stay-up base crew, so we were like 5 hours from civilization, like, in the middle of nowhere. So we didn't even have cell phone reception. So I'd have to grab the motorbike and go to the top, the highest hill, wherever it was, closest hill, and just hold my little crappy Nokia and hold it up to the air, and just hopefully someone had text or just had someone checking my emails and letting me know, whatever, you got a reply from so and so. But yeah, so that's how it first started.
So you eventually get the phone call.
And that's where I got the phone call. So we were away. I think I remember it was like a 3-week trip, and I went up to check my voicemail, and there was a voicemail from Mark from Patriarch from Illegal Music saying, "I need to get you on a plane tomorrow. You need to be in Auckland tomorrow," because they had a remix that there was an old CXL, one of CXL's first singles, and with Jay, and they wanted to do a remix with myself and Scribe, and he was telling me, it's a great launch pad. This could be our opportunity to just shoot you out into the industry, and so I just kind of like dropped everything. Didn't tell my boss I was going. Kind of stole the motorbike. Kind of stole the motorbike.
I like that story.
Got someone to come and drive and get me, which was it was 2 hours on road, 3 hours on gravel to come and pick me up. And I just told the boys I'll leave the motorbike at the thing. And apparently the boss turned up the next day. He was like, "Where's Kaleb?" He was like, "He's gone." And he wasn't too happy, but he knew that I was that was what I really wanted to do. So he was real good about it. Like he said, and he even said, he goes, "I'll keep your job open," but in 3 months' time that seat's getting filled. But no.
So, because you came into the studio driving, riding a motorbike, it's not the same bike that you promised to return.
Yeah, it's the same one.
No, I talked about wanting to turn your story into a movie, because that's very similar to the movie of Stephen Donald, The Kick. He was out white baiting, and Graham Henry's trying to ring him, going, "Beaver, answer the phone." So it's very similar. So if we do turn it into a movie, who do you reckon should play you in the movie?
Are we talking local or international?
Bear in mind, we do have a model that will be.
Actually, there is this guy, Carlos. Yeah. He'd be great, I reckon.
Oh wow,
he'd be great.
You're watching the movie and you'll be like, "Why is Kaleb always shirtless in the forest? It's so darn cold."
Yeah, that's true. It's like snowing, just in a pair of stubbies.
So you get on the plane, you leave Masterton, you leave the job without even telling your boss. So what was the meeting like with Mark, Patriarch from Illegal Music?
Yeah, that was kind of overwhelming as well, because it was a weekend that a lot was on. So we went straight from the airport to the studio, and I was just sort of chucked in there for 5 or 6 hours, and just because I'd had a lot of demos. So Mark just said, because I'd been recording them on my home setup, which obviously wasn't the best. So he was like, "Here's your chance to get everything laid down, and get Knox to mix it, and we'll get a finished product." And so that was real daunting, only coming. I've never ever been in a studio before. I'd only recorded by myself, so I'd never actually recorded with anyone else. And so it was like, and Knox is like, the man, so I didn't want to put a foot wrong, but I did. But it was good.
So it's kind of like you're alone with 5 other guys in some forest, and then all of a sudden you're on a plane, you're up in Auckland, you're at Polyfest with 700,000 people in attendance. Then you go into the studio. Was it like the kid from Masterton goes, "Wow, a microphone"?
Just everything, just touching everything. Like, oh man. But it was kind of like that, especially because I hadn't been to Auckland that much either, and I was a real small town kid. So,
okay, so let's fast forward, because you've collaborated and performed with a lot of great Kiwi artists since then. Who are some of the artists that you've worked with?
I'm pretty lucky that I've worked with a lot of the people that I used to look up to. We still look up to them now. So I think the biggest buzz for me was Shea Fu, he agreed to be on the album, which was crazy, and the song was a special song for my family. So for him to agree to that was awesome. And then we've done a lot of shows together in Aussie and New Zealand. So I think he was the biggest, and also Scribe as well. Doing a song with Scribe was like the pinnacle, because that when I was coming out, like the Crusader was That's all I listened to all day. So to have him on a song was crazy, and to feature on the first song that I was ever going to be on with him, that was also a crazy feeling.
So you get Scribe signing on to do a collaboration with you. Is that when you went, yeah, man, this shit just got real?
Yeah. Oh, it still didn't seem real, especially, and we'd flown to Australia to shoot the video, and we were in the middle of nowhere on the Salt Lake, and I was just thinking, like, what am I doing here, sort of thing. But yeah, I still buzz out now, even just being on stage with anyone, or just being on stage in front of people, or that people have actually come to the show. It's crazy.
The boys that you worked with in the forestry industry, do you still keep in touch?
Yeah,
you guys still boys?
Yeah, I actually keep in touch with my old boss. He actually came to a show. He got a bit of a rude awakening. Yeah, the first thing he goes, "Oh, where's your show?" And it was at a club there called The Hood. And as soon as I go, "I was at The Hood," and he goes, "Is that a joke or is it like?" No, I was like, "I was at The Hood," and so
I can imagine what it would have been like at that gig at The Hood. You've got everyone rapping along with you, and then there's one guy going, "Where's my fucking bike?"
He still wants it back.
he's still not over it. Eh? He's still not over it.
Hey, we're going to have you back on the show a little later on, and you talked about some of the big artists that you've performed with. There's some major artists coming to Aotearoa, New Zealand for the first time.
Thanks, Jandals. Yes, hey everyone. Big names to mention are Rebel Soldiers and Anu here. New FM is proud to present Major Rager 2014. It's Hawaii's premier island reggae concert, and it's hitting our shores for the very first time. 2 concerts only, October 3rd in Auckland and 4th in Napier. Grab your tickets today from eventfinder.co.nz. For more info on Major Rager 2014 and upcoming events and occasions, jump to newfm.com. Now before I go, 2014, it's a big year for us folks. Elections. You and I, we are the future of this beautiful country, New Zealand. Let's get involved in how our country is run. If you're like me and you're not really into politics, well, we need to do a little bit of homework. Check out the different parties and see which party's policies best fit you. To all the keyboard warriors out on social media, if you don't vote, well, please don't complain. Hashtag, ain't nobody got time for that. Remember, elections are on September 20th. Will the powers that be remain for another 4 years? Well, that's up to us. Jandals?
Yeah, man. Make sure you go out and vote. Hey, just very quickly, have you ever considered a career in politics? Because you have the president's speech, you have the prime minister getting it. It'll be cool if we can have someone who represents our country and just raps it out, tells it like it is, and go, all my voters out there, put your hands up in the air, or something like that. That'll be cool, that'll be bad.
I'd vote for you.
Man, there's some real on-screen chemistry happening right here.
What's going on here?
But have you considered?
Oh, I don't know. No one really likes them, so I don't know if I'd want to be someone that no one likes.
Make sure you go out and vote. Make sure you stick around, because taking over the hot seat is Kaleb Ulberg. He's got my vote. Joining us now in the hot seat is Kaleb Ulberg, MMA fighter, a boxer, a model, an entrepreneur. Is there anything I've left out? Is there anything you don't do?
Man, I'm trying to be a politician one day, so because you're going to vote for me, so you know, apparently.
It's really uncanny. It's like I'm just staring in the mirror and talking to myself.
Hopefully I'm going to be a rapper as well, so one day, because I mean I might get their votes as well. Beyonce and Katy Perry.
Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Katy Perry. Katy Perry.
Country road singer.
That's right, Glenn Campbell. Hey, let's talk about your modelling career. Were you discovered? Did someone see your look, or did you look in the mirror one day and go, damn, there's only one thing for me?
Man, I've always been that kind of person that tried to look after myself. Yeah. You know, that kind of guy that everyone looked at and was like, oh, that try-hard kind of guy. Yeah. You know, wax. I don't know if you know Quack's Wax back then, Dax Wax. I was using all that hair product back then. But, you know, in terms of discovering myself as a model, I did quite a few shoots for my portfolio and stuff like that. And we're just, at the moment, we're trying to build it and hopefully get some good stuff later on. So yeah, with the modelling career.
I was about to say you got like the perfect profile.
Oh,
I'm just like that, lost, you know. I thought I'd try.
See what I have to work with. Yeah. See what we have to work with.
Yeah, your bone structure is quite. I don't know what the word is.
It's metamorpho, isn't it?
Something like that. I was just wondering, what nationality are you?
I'm Samoan European Māori.
Ah, nice mix.
See, even that sounds exotic, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. Say it again.
Samoan European model.
Because of your work as a model, I mean, I would have thought getting into boxing or MMA fighting would be the last thing you want to do because you don't want any scratches or...
Oh, I mean, it's boxing, MMA is quite tough, but I mean, you try not to get hit, and that's my game anyway. You know, I'm an outside fighter. I try not to go in and get banged up by all the guys that can hit. So you know, I try to cover it up with all the makeup I can get. But you know, it is what it is, and it's a career that I'm really looking to take pretty seriously. So hopefully we get there.
So what? I mean, why though? I mean, with all the modelling work and stuff, why are you so keen on the sport and to pursue it?
Well, man, I've always been that, you know. When I was younger, I was a street fighter. I was into my brawling, and it's something that really it excited me. It got my adrenaline sort of rushing. No, I'm pretty, you know, fighters of all, you know, are pretty, you know, they're really gentle. So, in the ring, they're lions and animals in there, but you know, outside, you know, just real gentle people because they take everything in the ring and they're really disciplined. So yeah.
Hashtag gentle.
Gentle. So be gentle.
How did you turn your life around? Because you said you grew up and it wasn't the ideal childhood. You were introduced to drugs and whatnot. So was it through sports that you turned it around?
Definitely. So luckily, you know, my family kept in touch and good friends. So family and good friends are the only way, you know, to go. And as long as you have the passion and drive to go somewhere, then that will just keep you going. So that's how I kind of perceived it to be. So you know, I knew I was interested in sport and especially boxing. I actually grew up wanting to be an All Black guy, but Graham didn't give me a call. So sheiks, man, that guy
hit the wrong number.
Wrong number, yeah. Sheiks, man. But it was, you know, tough life. Turned it around through sport. But yeah, hopefully we can get there one day with the world title in terms of boxing. So yeah.
I'm still concerned about your modelling career with you getting hit in the face and all that. Speaking of your modelling career, do you have have you named your looks or your poses? Like Zoolander has blue steel, right?
I was just talking that yesterday, you know, and no, I don't actually, but I haven't really been doing much research on that, but I guess we just go as it comes. So
Do you gotta look for the ladies though?
Look for the ladies, and I don't know. I try to smize, you know, but it doesn't work at the bar. You know, I try to look, but you know, they're just looking away and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have this thing where I do a real difficult mathematical equation in my head, like 50 times 22 divided by 3, and I'm going.
And you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and they think, you know, they go, wow. Yeah.
Was that the look?
I might try that. I'll see if I get girls. So.
Because you're also the founder of the Ulberg Productions Limited. What services are you guys providing with that?
So at the moment we're looking at just focusing on stuff for the clothing brand that I'm putting out, and also the modelling career and the boxing as well. So we're putting all those together. We've got a website coming up. We're also heading over to Samoa on the 3rd of September. And for a couple of days, and we're looking at sort of engaging with the Samoan community there, and maybe look at getting some stuff for them as well.
Clothing line as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually looking for a clothing sponsor for this show.
So you can sponsor me, and I'll be able to.
You were one of the winners of the inaugural I Am Auckland Awards.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us a bit more about the award itself?
Yeah. You know, I was really honoured to even be put in that position because you know, I've only been doing it for a little bit. You know, just a minute. So so the inaugural awards was set up by the Auckland Council to celebrate the success of all the community leaders and trusts that were set up. And you know, I didn't turn up on the evening because I had a fight on the night, but I sent my brother and my father to attend, and you know, luckily, you know, I didn't think I was gonna win that thing, and came back you know, and they're like, you won, man, and they showed me the award, and I was just wrapped because I also won the fight that night, and I was just like, you know, 2-1.
Double victory.
Yeah, and it was just, you know, I went home, you know, did the usual, just go home after a fight and just go to sleep. So, you know, I took my son home and, you know, just went to sleep. So just a normal day, but, you know, not really much to celebrate until you really. And
you're a daddy as well.
Yeah, man.
So
See,
busy.
right now these women out there.
Jeez.
Oh, he's perfect.
Beautiful 4-year-old, man.
How do you find the time to fit everything
Yeah.
in? The MMA, the boxing, the charity work, your youth work.
No, it's tough, It's really tough, especially with the training, because you're training 3 times a day, and also with everything else going on. It's just lucky that we've got so my business partner Simon, who's helping me out, and he's amazing. So, you know, he does most of that work, and he just you know, pushes me to focus on my training. So when I was younger, you know, I told myself I wanted to be this person. I wanted to get paid to train, and you know, I'm in the position where I can do that. So I don't want to ever, you know, take that back, because you know, it's you know.
Do you find it extra tough because of the way you look, you know, the model features? Do you ever struggle like, I hope they take me for the work that I can do and not base it just on looks?
Oh, you're not at this
I'd love
stage.
to have that problem, but is it a problem?
Not at this stage, not for me anyway. My mindset's just set as, you know, I'm just privileged and honoured to have anything come, you know, my way, and you know, I'm just lucky to be standing right now and be able to share a story, you know. So
Good looking and humble.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about Carlos, not about me. Let's talk about Carlos right now. So you must get a lot of likes on every picture that you post up on social network, right?
Oh man, I'm not at that status at the moment, but hopefully we'll get there. But
500
He's
of
being
those
humble.
are from Kaleb, who was. We're going to have him performing later on. But while we're talking about social media and social networking, let's get Kat, who has all the down low on it.
Yes, social media. It's turned a bunch of previously social people into awkward adults. It's something about hiding behind your laptop or your iPad that gives people the courage to become younger, fitter, good-looking people on the network. If you got no game, no worries. You're much more cooler on the World Wide Web. Now, there's no denying that social media has changed the way we communicate with each other. You know that auntie that you've been trying to avoid? The one that says you don't call often? Just Facebook her. When your lazy flatmate doesn't clean up her dishes, tweet that shit, because the world needs to know about your lazy flatmate. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, human exchange is now digital. And that's where we come to online dating. Ever heard of an app called Tinder? Yes, Stunner has a Tinder profile if you'd like to check that out later on. You just upload your profile pic, the girl looks at it, and it's either yay or nay. For all our millions of years worth of human development, people have to rely on an app to get some good old-fashioned loving. It sounds easy and yes, a little bit shallow, but you know, it's how we do it. Now, I have a friend who knows a couple that met on Tinder and now they're living together. Ever hear about the lady who married her online stalker? Obviously, not all dating scenarios end in this way. There are heaps of possibilities, but it does beg the question, how safe is online dating? Would you guys do it?
No.
But I just looked at your Tinder.
Go on.
No.
But you know how you're talking about, you go through all the pictures and you go yay or nay. We all know you don't go yay or nay. It's like, oh yeah, or oh hell no. No one's polite enough to go nay.
No, yes. But no yes from me.
Yeah.
Just no.
So
I don't do online dating.
you don't do Tinder either?
No.
But I saw like 300 people had
No.
like
Someone's
Like,
using your
not
profile
me.
picture.
My
then.
mum taught me about stranger danger.
Yeah.
Scary.
Actually, I do know a person who's quite keen on who actually stalks your Instagram.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been
Especially
sending me-
sitting right next to you.
Yes.
Instagram. No, it's not me. It's not
Why
me.
did you tell them that? Damn it.
Dude, I mean, imagine how long it takes to take a selfie that you're happy with, and then you post it up, and then you're getting judged by all the millions of people who are viewing it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta like find the perfect angle. You know what I mean? So with Carlos, it's easy. It's just like
Nah, man,
one,
it'll take
and
about
he's
50
done.
to 100, man, before I post that up, and then I get someone else to tell me, oh, is it good enough? And yeah, man.
Oh,
Sit
so
up.
you actually get people to double check your selfies?
Yeah, man. All the time.
You know what's really funny, and I tell no lie. When Carlos came into the studio, there was only one light on because it gets hot underneath the lights. I swear, in this dark room, there was like a light underneath him, and it seemed like he was floating into the studio.
It was glowing.
I'll give you my number later. I can see your shirt, bit of cleavage there.
Let's say we're writing up a profile for online dating. I want you guys to come up with a blurb to describe yourself and to entice. All right, I'll give you guys a few moments to think about it. Let's check out some of the blurbs we got out on the streets.
I guess people would describe me as quite hairy and good looking.
I just think online dating is just stupid. It's a waste of time.
I'd personally say I'm very fiery. So I think I'd write Janelle Ulberg, Fireball. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not desperate. I'm not lonely. I don't need that.
If there had to be one sentence, I'd have to probably say the hairiest lover you'll ever have.
Which one would you click on? You still thinking about your blurb, aren't you? All right, okay then.
I think we would start from there.
Okay, we will. All right, moment of truth. Let's have your blurbs. Kat, you first.
Cat, got milk?
Meow.
Whoa.
Meow. Oh, I beat that one. Seriously.
Carlos, your turn.
Hey, oh man, I'd just be like, please, yes. And I'd be
You
so.
don't even need a blurb. What are you talking about?
You just put up your profile picture.
Just get all your people yeah.
You, Jandals?
No, we're going with you, Sana.
I was once described as...
Oh my gosh, this is one of those, it's like Star Wars, it's going to come up with all the paragraphs.
Because of the colour of my outfit, like let's just say like a ray of sunshine.
Oh, look at the time. I can't share my blurb with you now. Special thanks to our guests, Sana, Kat, Carlos Ulberg, and my man K1 who's going to jam us out. Make sure you catch us next week. See you.
Hey. Okay. Started off so sweet. Started off on beat. And then we started to drift off the honeymoons up and now we hardly speak. Is she a beast? We make a priest. Revert, fall back, reverse. I let it slide 'cause you bad as hell. But when you ain't the same lady, your man can tell when you would drop dead hottie. And the things you do with your body got me happy to go through all type of ish. Never really know when it's time to quit. You know just what you do. All of the freaky things you do. I never know what I'm gonna get. Roll the dice. Yeah, she hot, she cold as ice. Go. So cold it damn near freeze. Enough to bring a man to his knees. She told me there goes a door. And I done told you before. Love don't live around here anymore, no more. Love don't live around. Love don't live around. Love don't live around here anymore, no more. Love don't live around. Love don't live around. Love don't live around. Verse 2. Said 2 a.m. got a call, telling me she ain't rain nothing at all. Got an ass she can see when her back's to the wall and the arch in the back so deep I might fall. Woo! I tell her, baby, you the best thing. Way better than the rest in. Even if I left it, wouldn't face you for a second. Nah, 'cause you were ice queen. Love scenes to a fight scene. And I ain't even mad at it. When you got a girl as bad as this, they can make you go, oh lordy. Damn, I go through some 40s. Get you put on my feet for. You got a brother on the free fall. Let's go. This girl got a heart so cold and damn near freeze. Enough to bring a man to his knees. She told me there goes the door. And I done told you before. Love don't live around here anymore, no more. Love don't live around. Love don't live around. Love don't live around here anymore, no more. Love don't live around. Love don't live around. Love don't live around here anymore, no more.
Take it off! Take it off! Take it off! Excellent! 777.